And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. I'm Brent Apperson. Well, great to have you with us on this Monday morning. Hope you're all rested and refreshed from the long holiday weekend. Perhaps you feel more tired than you were going into the weekend today. That could be too. But I hope you had a great extended 4th of July holiday weekend, and thanks for tuning in here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Some guests scheduled to come in later in the show today. We'll have your grocery cart specials as we always do on Monday. A new ad is broke for them, and we'll share some of those specials with you yet this half hour. Big week here at KCNI KBBN Radio. A lot of sports. We're going to talk baseball here in just a second and kind of set up what our baseball coverage will be for you this week. It's going to be extensive, and it all starts tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, it's Crazy Days week in Broken Bow, and Thursday is our big Crazy Days remote broadcast on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, as we'll be moving around Broken Bow and talking to a lot of the businesses who are participating in Crazy Days and have crazy specials going on for you coming up later in the week. So a lot of stuff happening. Because I am the sports guy, let's talk baseball. Exciting stuff for Broken Bow American Legion baseball this week, and we will start with tonight, where the Broken Bow American Legion seniors baseball team last week clinched the West Division of the Mid-Nebraska League, and so they will play for the Mid-Nebraska League Championship tonight, and the place that they will travel to is Palmer, Nebraska. The East Division champion this year is Palmer Wallback Greeley, so PWG, as they are referred to, will host Broken Bow for the Mid-Nebraska League American Legion Seniors Baseball Championship tonight in Palmer. First pitch is scheduled for 7 o'clock tonight. We'll be in Palmer for you tonight. We'll call it right here on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. So best of luck to the Bow seniors as they go for the league title tonight, and we'll broadcast it on KBBN 95.3 FM. Also, later in the week, the Broken Bow American Legion juniors baseball team will participate in the Class B6 area tournament, which will take place in Holdridge this year. And the bracket for that tournament was released yesterday. So we can tell you that the Broken Bow juniors will be the number 3 seed in their area tournament this year. And they will open play on Friday afternoon at Holdridge when they take on the number 6 seed Alliance. And we will broadcast all Broken Bow juniors games from the tournament for you from Holdridge right here on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. So join us for Bow Juniors Baseball when they open play in the area tournament on Friday afternoon at 1:30 against Alliance. And we'll have all the Bow Juniors games from the tournament live on KBBN FM. The rest of the tournament shakes out like this as far as the seeding is concerned. Holdridge, the host team, is also the top seed, so they will get a bye in the first round. Minden, meanwhile, will take on Shelton Gibbon in round 1. Minden is the 5 seed coming into the tournament. Shelton Gibbon, the 4 seed. They will open play on Friday at 11 a.m. Then, as we mentioned, Broken Bow will play Alliance on Friday at 1:30. Then the number 2 seed McCook will take on Gothenburg at 4 o'clock. Those games scheduled for Friday. It is a double elimination tournament. So it should be a lot of great baseball coming up for you this week, but it all starts tonight when the Bow seniors go to Palmer to take on PWG for the American Legion Seniors Baseball Championship.
Little boy
Morning, Jack Simpson. How are you?
Good morning, Brent.
I'll turn your microphone on. Now everybody can hear you.
Good morning, Brent. How are you?
How was your weekend?
It was great. Had a friend come up from Colorado and kind of spent the weekend together, so.
Well, good. You're the sign-on guy. You kind of look at the rain. I've not paid attention to it over the weekend. I know that it was probably kind of scattered here and there over the weekend, but we got precipitation around the area, so that is certainly good.
I believe it was Saturday morning. I came out and recorded an 1.5 inches, and then yesterday only had a trace here in Broken Bow, which, kind of, I think Gothenburg in that area kind of got hit a little bit worse than we did. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, it's great to have the precipitation, and we hope all of you had a wonderful holiday weekend. And here we go into another work week. As we continue here on The Breakfast Show, we'll share with you now the menu for the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow. They'll be serving sausage, gravy, and biscuits today with mixed veggies and fruit. Give them a call at 872-6121 if you'd like to join them for lunch today. They always appreciate a phone call by 9 o'clock this morning so that they can make the appropriate arrangements. And if you need a delivered meal, give them a call too, and they can get you set up. Also, speaking of the Prairie Pioneer Center, we want you to know that coming up later in the month, they'll be hosting the Burger Bash at the Grocery Cart, sponsored by and held at the Broken Bow Grocery Cart. Burger, chips, and drink for a free will donation, and this will be Thursday, July 17th from 4 until 7. So support the Prairie Pioneer Senior Center Burger Bash as they'll be hosting that at the Grocery Cart on Thursday, July 17th. They'll be serving from 4 until 7. All proceeds from the event will contribute to operating expenses at the Prairie Pioneer Center. All right, well, let's play the game, and here's Jack Simpson with your question for today.
All right, so we're sticking with U.S. Independence Day or other things that have happened. So here's your question. Actress Eva Gabor passed away on July 4th of 1995. She was born in 1919, but where? Your choices are Japan, Hungary, South Africa, or Australia. Again, actress Eva Gabor passed away on July 4th of 1995. She was born in 1919, but where? Again, your choices are Japan, Hungary, South Africa, or Australia. And you're winning a free ice cream cone at Renza.
And this would be before your time.
Yes, it would be.
But it's Eva Gabor.
Gabor. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
there
for
you go.
correcting me.
Eva Gabor. So
Gabor.
if you know the answer, you can call us at 872-2801.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Whether for a night alone, a date night, or a fun family night, nothing compares to a night at the movies. See movies at your local theaters, the Fox Theater in Broken Bow or Cozad. Head to watchthefox.com to see what's showing. Fridays are new movie day. Ask them about theater rental for your event, celebration, or meeting with or without concessions in a movie. No matter the time of year, gift cards to the Fox Theater are a perfect gift. The Fox Theater in Broken Bow and Cozad. Visit watchthefox.com.
Did you know that there are supplemental health insurance policies that enhance your coverage? Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. You're used to hearing me talk about annual enrollments, Medicare, and private health insurance, but dental, vision, accident, cancer, and hospital indemnity plans are available year-round. These affordable coverages can help ease the financial burden when the unexpected happens. Give Lori or myself a call at 308-836-2201 or stop into the office in Callaway or Broken Bow.
All right, we didn't get a call. What was the answer there, Jack Simpson?
All right, it would be actress Eva Gabor passed away in 1995 on July 4th. She was born in Hungary in 1919.
All right, there you go. Hey, want to remind you we continue this week for the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway. It's underway, presented by Trotter's Woe and Go. Opportunity to get registered to win a $1,000, $500, or $50 gas card prize. All you have to do is listen for the code word. We play that for you every day, a couple of times today. We'll play it for you at the end of the breakfast show today around 9:30 this morning, and then we'll repeat it for you at 3:30 each day on KCNI and KBBN Radio. When you hear the code word, make sure you enter it into the contest page at sandhillsexpress.com to give your chance or to give yourself a chance to win in the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway, which is underway now. Also, we had the great opportunity to be at several parades over the holiday weekend, and we encourage you to be watching for us when we go through our area parades, because we have a sign that we hang on the automobile as we go through the parade, and you can go to the QR code right there on the sign. That'll take you to where you need to go, and there is a code word that we have on the sign. When we go through parades, you enter that code word, and you get extra opportunities and extra chances to get registered to win in the giveaway. And I think you went to Comstock. Is that right?
Yep. Went to Comstock on Friday. It was a good parade. Ran out of candy right at the end. So I made it through perfectly.
Okay, now here's the key question. Did anybody get mad at you?
I don't
because you
think so.
ran out of candy. You made it.
Yes, I made it through.
That's very important.
Yes.
All right, sounds good. I think Jeremy went to Sumner. Always a huge parade on the 4th of July. Saw some pictures on it. Christy represented us at Heritage Days in Myrna. I had the great opportunity to go to Ocano for their Fun Day parade. Enjoyed that very much. Took a couple of my grandkids with me, and they helped me throw out candy. So
there you go.
Monroe and Paisley, if you're listening, thank you. Pappy appreciates your help. I guess the Ocano Parade was Saturday. So still a few area festivals remaining as we go through the summer and even in toward the fall. Of course, Arcadia always has their big celebration over the Labor Day holiday. So we'll look forward to saying hi to you and throwing out some candy and giving you a chance to get entered into our Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway as we go through some parades yet this summer. All right. Let's see what's happening today. This is National Day of Rock and Roll. Rock and roll turns 71 today. It got its name on this day in 1954 when DJ Alan Freed blurted out the words rock and roll on the radio. It is how he described the way kids bopped along to the music. It probably sounded weird back then, but it stuck, and rock and roll remains one of the most enduring and influential musical genres of the 20th century. And we do love rock and roll. Hey, there you go. It's Rock and Roll Day. Happy Rock and Roll Day from your unique rock and roll radio station, KBBN Radio, and, of course, KCNI as well. We're live on The Breakfast Show. Good to have you with us as we get things rolling on a Monday. And every Monday, we always share with you the new ad that comes out from the grocery cart in Broken Bow. A new ad out today. This will run today, July 7th through July 13th. And let's take a look now at some of the specials they have lined up for you this week at the GK in Broken Bow. We always start in the meat department, where this week they'll have 85% lean ground round on sale for $4.98 a pound. Prairie Fresh Natural Average 8-pound center cut boneless pork loin, $1.98 a pound. Eye of round steak or roast, $5.98 a pound. Pork cutlets on sale for $2.68 a pound. 2.5-pound bag Best Choice all natural boneless skinless chicken thighs, $6.38. Fresh frozen Best Buy bone-in split chicken breast is $1.88 a pound. The 6-pound box of Holton's beef patties on sale for $24.98. Wimmer's natural casing red or coarse wieners, the big 24-ounce packages, are $8.98. Daly's smoked sliced bacon, $5.98. Oscar Mayer basic Lunchables get 2 for $4. Johnsonville Family Pack smoked brats, $7.98. Other specials this week at the GK, Simply Lemonade or Limeade. The bottles are $2.78. Daisy Squeeze Sour Cream, $2.48 for the tubes. Simply Potatoes or Hash Browns. Packages are $2.68 this week. Best Choice Cottage Cheese, the 16-ounce tubs, are $2.38. Kraft or Cracker Barrel String Cheese, 2 for $7. Imperial Margarine Quarters, the 1-pound box, 4 for $5. Kraft Velveeta Shredded Cheese, $2.88. And Best Choice Deli Sliced Cheese are $2.38. Other specials this week, Best Choice Pancakes or Waffles, boxes on sale for $1.98. Pillsbury Toaster Strudels are $2.98. Red Baron Pizzas this week are $3.98. Banquet Basic Dinners get 4 for $5. Banquet Fruit Pies, 98 cents each. And Pillsbury Toaster Scrambles are $2.98. Trolley Frozen Fruit Pops are $3.98 for the 10-count package. Other grocery savings this week, Frito-Lay Doritos get 2 for $7. Nabisco Family Size Cookies or Crackers are $4.98. Village Hearth Hamburger or Hot Dog Buns get 2 for $5. Sara Lee Butter or Whole Grain White Bread, $3.18. Ragu Pasta Sauce get 2 for $4. Pace Salsa or Picante Sauce get 2 jars for $4. Kraft Mac and Cheese Flavors, Shapes, or Premium, 5 for $5. And Famous Dave's Pickles are on sale. Get them for $3.28 this week at the grocery cart. Moving to the produce section, red cherries are on sale. They're $2.48 a pound this week. 1-pound package of California red ripe strawberries get 2 for $5. A pint of blueberries get 2 for $6. Washington Premium Gala apples, $1.28 a pound. Fresh cucumbers are just 68 cents each this week. Extra large green bell peppers, 88 cents each. Also, 3 varieties, 24-ounce bag of the Little Potato Company potatoes. Get 2 packages for $6. And the 1-pound bag of Bolthouse Farms baby carrots are $1.18. 1-pound bag of mini sweet peppers, $2.98, and the 3-pound bag of fresh yellow onions on sale for $1.98 this week at the grocery cart. Some of the other store-wide savings you'll find this week, Red Cactus Salsa get 2 for $7. Best Choice Tomatoes with green chilies, cans are on sale for $1.28. Hunt's Squeeze ketchup bottles are $2.98. Starkist Tuna in water or oil, the canisters are $1.18. Chick-fil-A sauce, get 2 for $7. Betty Crocker muffin mix, $2.98. Kellogg's cereal on sale, 2 for $6. Post cereal on sale for $4.48. And Betty Crocker fruit snacks are on sale for $2.48. Some of the things you'll find in the deli this week on sale at the grocery cart: sliced to order Kretschmar medium roast beef, $12.98 a pound. And sliced to order Kretschmar mild cheddar cheese, $6.98 a pound. And there you go. Those are some of the specials you'll find this week at the grocery cart in Broken Bow. Again, this ad runs today through July 13th. Don't forget to accumulate your points, and thanks to Trotter's Woe and Go West, you can now redeem them for a little discount on your gasoline at Trotter's Woe and Go West in Broken Bow. That's all through the grocery cart, and we encourage you to stop out, say hi, and take advantage of the specials this week. All right, closing in on 8 o'clock. Brent and Jack with you here in the studio as we get things started. As we look at birthdays, Ringo Starr is 85 today. The legendary Beatles drummer doesn't miss a beat. He is still going strong, so we say happy birthday to Ringo.
Metro, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Catastrophic flooding in Texas is now blamed for more than 80 deaths. Camp Mystic says it's grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors. CBS's Janet Shamlian is on the dozens of people still missing.
There's just profound sadness, and it's been 3 days now. And you know that these families that have not heard, despite the odds, have not given up hope.
Officials have recovered the bodies of 7 people missing after an explosion at a fireworks warehouse in Northern California last week. Attorney Matthew Davis.
The cause of the explosion will help lead to whether or not proper procedures were followed.
President Trump says his administration is close to finalizing trade pacts with several countries. CBS's Nancy Cordes is at the White House.
So far, only 2 countries have cemented new deals with the United States, Vietnam and the UK.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Eat up, buddy. It's almost time for school.
You take charge of your home. You take charge of your work. Don't forget to take charge of your gut health, too, with Nature Made Probiotics. Nature Made has clinically studied probiotics that work with your digestive tract's natural bacteria, so you won't miss a beat in your daily routine. Find us in the vitamin aisle. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. In a story released by NCN, a cleanup operation is underway near Norfolk Iron and Metal on Saturday because of a train derailment. Video from the scene shows at least 6 train cars off the rails at the railroad crossing immediately east of Norfolk Iron and Metal. The derailment occurred directly at the crossing, meaning all traffic was blocked on the section of Victoria Road. Several workers were on scene assessing the situation. Details concerning the derailment are unclear as of Saturday afternoon. The Norfolk Iron and Metals office is closed. A Norfolk police official said the division doesn't have any further information on the incident despite being aware that it happened. Information about the injuries or how long the crossing will be closed and are unavailable at this time. Officials from the Nebraska Central Railroad Company share that there were no injuries involved in the accident, but are still unsure when the site will be cleared. The NCRC is waiting for essential equipment and crews from Grand Island to arrive before removing the site. Information provided by Norfolk Iron and Metal says that the derailment is only associated because access is available only through their property, as the accident occurred on the NCRC tracks. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's News Source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Chicago Cubs shut out the Cardinals Sunday night 11-0. All-star pitcher Matthew Boyd, now 9-3, got the win. Seiya Suzuki, not selected as an all-star reserve, hit his 25th homer. He has 77 RBIs, which leads the major leagues. Aaron Judge hit his 33rd homer. Yankees won 6-4 at the Mets. Judge with 74 runs batted in. The Nationals fired manager Dave Martinez and GM Mike Rizzo. Washington lost at home 6-4 to Boston. Philadelphia beat Cincinnati 3-1. Zach Wheeler the win and a complete game one-hitter with no walks and 12 strikeouts. Toronto won its 8th straight game 3-2 over the Angels. Houston beat the Dodgers in LA again 5-1. San Diego 4-1 winners against the Rangers, and the Giants won the late game at the A's 6-2. U.S. men's soccer lost the Gold Cup final 2-1 to Mexico. NASCAR victory in the Chicago street race for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Highs level off around 83. Winds out of the south, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, chance of severe thunderstorms. Lows dip down to about 60. Bright sunshine tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 83. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
They grow up so fast, and soon enough they're off to college. But as time goes by, the cost of tuition continues to rise. You know that college is important, but the expenses may seem out of reach. Edward Jones can help. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. Let's work together to help you tackle growing college expenses. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It is 8:05. Let's go outside and see what it feels like. Jack, are you there?
I sure am here. Before I start the weather, I do not see any equipment moving in on this road so far. I know they're going to be starting road construction out in front of our station. It feels very, very still and warm. It's 66 degrees outside with sunny skies, calm winds out of the southwest, barometric pressure 30.09, and humidity at 96%. In the last 24 hours, picked up a trace of precipitation, but nothing measurable. The precipitation for this month will stay 1 inch and 31 hundredths. High yesterday of 77, overnight low of 61. Sunrise today was at 6:12, and sunset today 9:14.
All right, Jack, thank you. Now, for the next couple of weeks, as you know, Dave is taking some time off. And so I want to make sure that the gourds out back are looking good when Dave gets back from vacation.
Sounds
okay?
Good. Yeah.
So I need you, before you come back inside, I need you to go check. I want you to kind of check the weed situation. I want you to make sure that you feel as though with the moisture maybe we got over the weekend, they're watered good enough.
Yeah.
I really don't know how to take care of gourds.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to help me, but I want to make sure that they're looking good and strong when Dave gets back.
Okay.
Okay. So would you do that for me before you come back in?
I sure will.
You're a wonderful employee, Jack Simpson.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
6 minutes after the RV, I got to be honest with you. I'm stressing out for the next 2 weeks. Dave has taken some time off, and I'm just absolutely stressed. I wasn't able to sleep at all over the weekend because I'm like, oh boy, Dave's gone. So who's going to watch and look after the gourds? So that's going to be our goal out here. We're going to watch the gourds. We're going to try to make sure that they're looking good when Dave gets back from vacation, because they are gourds for good. Our plan is to grow them and then sell them later, with the proceeds going to the Inclusive Playground Project at North Park School here in Broken Bow. So cross your fingers and hope that we're able to keep them looking good for the next couple of weeks. All right, let's take a time out. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
The folks at Nebraska State Bank want to wish you and your family a happy and safe summer, filled with lots of memory-making fun. Barbecues, swimming, ball games, and the county fair are some of the best parts of summer. They look forward to all the local celebrations and parades and hope to see you there too. Do your banking at nesb.bank. Nebraska State Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
The Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway is on, with nearly $2,000 in Trotter's Whoa and Go cards up for grabs. Listen to KCNI and KBBN each day at 9:30 and 3:30 for code words. Then enter them on the contests page at sandhillsexpress.com. Want bonus entries? Watch for our car in your local parade or spot us at community events. Extra codes could be waiting. You could win $1,000. You could win $500. But if you don't enter, you won't win anything. The Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway. Brought to you by Trotter's Whoa and Go in Broken Bow, Sargent, Myrna, and beyond.
There you go. Be listening for your code word. We'll play it for you at the end of the breakfast show here today, and again at 3:30 on both KCNI and KBBN Radio. Well, today is National Dive Bar Day, so with that in mind, here's Garth and Blake.
Turn that bottle up and drink it, crank that jukebox up and hang it, bartend for another.
In the studio, he has went out back. He has checked the gourds. Are they looking all right?
They look fantastic. I didn't see any weeds. The ground's nice and moist. They look just great.
All right. That is now part of your responsibilities for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right. You need to check those every morning for me.
Okay.
All right. And if they don't look good, then you're in charge of making them look good.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Hey, we got a big week ahead of us. Of course, we're telling you about baseball earlier in the show. Tonight, we'll be in Palmer for you. Got Broken Bow against PWG. That would be Palmer, Walbach, Greeley, and they will play each other for the Mid-Nebraska League American Legion Seniors Baseball Championship tonight. We'll have that for you with first pitch scheduled for around 7 o'clock tonight from Palmer. And you can listen to it live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Mr. Larry going to go along with me, and so it'll be Brent Larry on the call behind the mic for you as we call Broken Bow American Legion Seniors Baseball. I want to take a moment and just congratulate the Broken Bow Spirit 18U softball team and all the Broken Bow Spirit teams who have been playing throughout the course of the summer. I believe the Spirit went to Hastings over the weekend for the Class C state tournament. They were able to qualify for the Class C tournament earlier this year with their outstanding play in districts. And we had the opportunity to call a couple of their games this year at Tyke Arnold Field here in Broken Bow. And a great season for the girls. They went 1-2 at the state tournament. But every game was decided by one run, and every game went to the last inning. Unbelievable. So great performance, girls. Congratulations. It's been great having the opportunity to call a couple of your games this year, and we congratulate you on a great tournament. And I think continuing to put Broken Bow Spirit softball on the map. So congratulations and well done. This past weekend. As we mentioned, Broken Bow American Legion Juniors Baseball, we'll have that for you later in the week. Broken Bow will be competing in the Class B Area 6 Juniors Tournament, which will take place in Holdridge. The bracket came out yesterday. Broken Bow is a number 3 seed in the tournament. They will open against Alliance, and we'll have that game for you Friday afternoon, beginning at around 1:30. It is a double elimination tournament, and we'll have all Bow Juniors games for you live on the air on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Also later in the week, it's going to get very busy, especially on the breakfast show. Thursday is our annual Crazy Days remote special on the Get Up and Go breakfast show. I think Jack was here last year for Crazy Days, right?
I was.
Okay. But this year, you're going to be heavily involved. I think we are putting Jack behind the board for Crazy Days, as I think Jeremy and I will be out visiting with our great area businesses who are holding big specials for you later in the week when Crazy Days get started, and we'll be giving you all of the details on Thursday, so we'll be hopping back and forth. Jack will be giving you information here in the studio, and it'll be crazy.
Yeah, it sure will. I'll do my best.
Yeah, so we'll have that for you coming up on Thursday. A lot of great things going on during Crazy Days later in the week here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. We'll step away for a break, and we'll be back with more after this.
Did you just finish pulling weeds from your landscaping project, but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Did you slide into second but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is open at all locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Gothenburg, and Callaway. So don't let that back, neck, shoulder, or leg pain limit you. Give Team Physical Therapy a call at 872-5111.
Join me, Chad Dolan of Reynolds Auction and Realty on July 18th at 7 p.m. for the annual Kearney Cruise Night Classic Car Auction. Want to buy or sell a classic car or truck? Do it this year at Kearney Cruise Night. Nationwide live internet bidding, great food and cold drinks in the air-conditioned building at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney. Just $2 admission and a lot of fun and entertainment for the whole family. To consign your car or truck now, give us a call at 308-832-2444 or check us out at reynoldsauction.highbid.com. We'll see you at the sale.
Waking up Central Nebraska.
They are so funny.
KCNI, KBBN.
All right, back on the Get Up and Go breakfast show on this Monday morning. Today is Tell the Truth Day. According to a recent study, on average, Americans lie at least once a day. Have you lied yet today?
Not today, no.
Okay, all right, good. You got the rest of the day left, though. So, and most of us think we get away with it. But nope, everyone usually knows when you're lying. Child psychologists say we develop the ability to lie by the time we're 2.
Oh, wow.
And that's no lie, it says. So Tell the Truth Day, also Global Forgiveness Day, because holding a grudge forever can't be good for your blood pressure. Anything you need to ask for forgiveness for yet today?
Not today, no.
Not today? Okay, well, you got the rest of the day. Also, National Macaroni Day today. You like macaroni?
I do.
You're a single guy. Do you live off Kraft macaroni and cheese?
I get those microwavable bowls. I put them with my hot dogs usually.
There you go. Oh, the days of being a bachelor. Remember them well. The second most important part of mac and cheese, the difference between macaroni and other pasta, is not the shape. I did not know this. Macaroni is made without eggs. The rest of pasta apparently is. By the way, elbow macaroni is America's favorite type of pasta.
Huh.
So there you go. National Macaroni Day. Good to have you with us today on KBBN and KCNI, the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. All right, 8:21 the time. Good to have you with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Colleen Gates joins us now in the studio. Great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning.
And did you have a nice holiday weekend?
For the most part.
Yeah.
I could have done without quite so much rain on Friday since we were having a celebration at our house.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
was a little damp, but it stopped at least in time to do all the fireworks and
Yeah.
everything. So
Good, good. Well, you were commenting off the air as you were coming out here. You kind of got caught up in some of this construction going on, so we want to make sure people are aware that there will be some delays here and there as you're trying to make it from place to place in Broken Bow.
yes, I did not realize that there was a pilot car now going through town.
Yeah.
So
All right. Okay. Rotary is our subject, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Here this morning, and I don't think that we've talked to you since your golf tournament.
That's
and I had the opportunity to golf in it. Kurt Crawley was my golfing partner.
All right.
Yeah, we did okay, I guess. Jeremy and Dave were with us. We had a great time, by the way, the four of us golfing in the event. It's a fun tournament, a little 9-hole tournament you play on a Friday afternoon. And it looked like you had a good turnout and a good response to it.
We really did. We ended up with 18 teams, which was good. And I think everyone had a good time. It was a nice day. It wasn't overly hot.
Mm-hmm.
But and stuff. Dave and Jeremy took last place. Had the most fun, as we say.
I was going to say, have the most fun. But I just want you to know, they walked away with a lot more prizes than I did. So, that was still great, though.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
It was fun. And then when we did the prizes and they got to steal from one another, that provided a lot of entertainment too.
Yes. Yeah, entertainment is one way to describe it. It got a little intense, I
did.
thought, when it was announced that if you picked a prize, then when the next person, like if they won a flag prize or whatever, they could then take from somebody.
Right.
So, yeah, that was fun.
It was. Everyone that won a hole or whatever got a prize, but they could steal from somebody else. So that was, some of the better prizes got moved around a few times before
a few times. Yes. Let's see. I think you also did. I know we had hot dogs and hamburgers and such, and some of that went to teammates. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
We split the proceeds before the golf tournament and the luncheon between teammates and Rotary. So,
All right. Well, good. Well, it was a great time. I know everybody who played in it had a lot of fun, and so thanks for putting that together again this year, and we'll look forward to it next year.
Yes.
All right. What's on the lineup for today as far as what Rotary is involved in? I'm sure you're very busy here as we go through the rest of July.
Yeah, July's not as busy as June. We had a Rotary. We had actually 2 burger bashes for Rotary, one for Ansley and one for Broken Bow. And this week we actually have a burger bash for teammates. So we will this Thursday. So we would appreciate your support for that. We are also helping with the Crazy Days celebrations. We'll be handing out dilly bars in the square Friday afternoon from 11 to 1. So,
well, you'll be popular.
Yes, I hope. Anyway, so we'll be doing that, and then we're helping at the museum on Saturday. They're having food, and we're going to be teaming up with the North Park Playground, and we'll providing treats and that you can purchase from. I think it's 11 to 1, but it'll be outside the Custer County Museum.
All right.
At the time of the car show. So come see the car show.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the car show it's really fun. I mean, I don't think we realize sometimes the classic cars and the wonderful automobiles that people own here in this area, and they're on display on Saturday, so it'll be fun.
It's so neat to go walking through them and just seeing what everyone owns. I see a few of them. I work with Dave Zuha, and he's got some really nice ones.
Yes, he does. Yeah, and listen, when you go to car shows like that, I mean, how can now for Jack, he's the young pup, but for people like us, I mean, you take a trip down memory lane, right?
Yes,
when you look at some of these
definitely.
cars. So
Yes, Maybe we shouldn't be admitting that now.
Yeah, well, you're right, Colleen. Yeah. All right. So a lot of things you're going to be involved in around Crazy Days.
Yes.
What are some of the other things you wanted to mention?
We did not get our pickleball tournament in like we had originally planned in June. We have not set an exact date, but that will be upcoming.
Okay.
And stuff. July has actually been, like I said, a little milder after the
yes
after this week. We will be having our normal meeting on not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, and we're going to be having our kids from RILA, which is a Rotary Youth Leadership Camp, just like some of the other ones, but they're going to be coming into our meeting and kind of telling us what they learned and stuff like that. So, and we've sponsored 3 youths this year to go to the camp, so it'll be interesting to see what they have to say.
Yeah, great.
So, for the most part, then we'll actually welcome Deb back. She's finally back she's been to Germany. She's been to Calgary, Canada. She just got back from Calgary yesterday, and she's going to be a leader at RILA this week.
Wow. Well, it again reminds us, Rotary is an international organization.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
So those are most of our projects and stuff like that. We did have our celebration and our turnover. We have our new officers installed and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting starting a new year.
Yeah, great. And your role is what?
I am now the president.
That's what I thought. So it is official now, right?
It is official now.
It is official. All right.
I am now the president for the next year.
Wonderful. Well, you'll do a great job. And I know that Rotary is important to you. And since we still have a couple of minutes left, I thought I'd just ask you, what does make Rotary special to you? Kind of what prompted you to get involved in it, and obviously moving into a role such as this, you believe definitely in Rotary.
Yes. The thing I like is, it goes with our motto, service above self. So I got involved originally with just helping with different service projects around the area, and really enjoyed that and felt, that these people are doing things that I can support and like to do. Such a, like I said, we do, like help out with different things around the area. We are helping with the playground. We also have our international things that we're supporting, like our girls in Zimbabwe. But we do believe in supporting and helping out wherever we can.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I like the most.
Yeah, another thing I know Rotary does, and maybe we overlook this, I think, maybe just a little bit, but it's a great networking opportunity because, people who are involved in Rotary come from all different professions, walks of life, and I'm sure it can be a very good networking opportunity too, can it?
It can be, yes.
Yeah.
There's, we have several from the hospital, the radio station, various other, various, myself, we have ones from BD, we have some from the chamber, Tim McCaslin's there from, all right.
Edward Jones.
I
Yeah.
kept saying Janet Lawhorn, and I couldn't think of his name, but we have various people from various walks of life and stuff like that. And one of the things that we'd like to do is to kind of have times throughout the year where we meet and get to know one person a little bit better each time. So that's always been nice.
Yeah. If people are interested in Rotary, Colleen, showing up at one of your regular meetings, is that maybe the best way to kind of know what the organization is about?
Yeah, besides talking to somebody, but showing up. We meet at the hospital on the 1st and the 3rd Wednesday of each month over the lunch hour. We can eat at the hospital if you would like. You do not have to, but we have our meetings then, and then we'll discuss, and we do various projects throughout the year, which, like I said, June was a very busy month. This week's kind of busy, but And I'm sure we'll have more going on as time.
Yeah.
But at this moment, it's a little bit of a calm, which is good.
There you go. Yes. Well, be watching for the Rotary members this week as they are helping out with some of the things during Crazy Days that you talked about. Anything else that we need to mention before we let you go for the week? Or
I can't think of anything.
All right, we've
now.
touched on the highlights.
Yes.
All right. Well, always appreciate you guys coming in. Always appreciate what the Broken Bow Area Rotary does, and great to see Rotaries in our area communities too.
Yes.
Kind of starting to thrive too.
They really are. Arnold and Ansley, especially, were really close by, and they have very active groups going on.
Great to see. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Broken Bow Rotary, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Cattle producers, AeroSeed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. AeroSeed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at AeroSeed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from AeroSeed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
This summer, let your spending take you further with the Bernie Bank credit card. Earn points on every purchase, whether you're filling up for a road trip, booking that beach getaway, or grabbing dinner on the patio. Use your rewards your way on the things that make summer even better. Summer fun. Meet smart rewards with the Bernie Bank credit card. Bernie Bank. Build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC.
At Barney Pharmacy, their Crazy Day prices are absolutely crazy. They're only available one day. That's right, Thursday is the only one day you can get these savings. Shop these markdowns on gifts, toys, and decor. From 8:30 to 9:30, save 40% off. 9:30 to 10:30, 35% off. 10:30 to 11:30, 30% off. And then 11:30 until 5:30, save 25% off. Plus, Montana Silversmith is 20% off all day. And so is gourmet popcorn. Discount tables will be out. Thursday, don't miss the one-day deals at Barney Pharmacy in Broken Bow.
You need a new septic system or your existing system needs a good pumping. With Scott and Colton boasting over 40 years of experience, they know a thing or two about keeping things flowing smoothly. Don't wait until your backyard or basement smell like a swamp. Get on their schedule for a pump every 2 years. For the really tough spots, their sewer camera can spy on what their eyes can't catch. For over 40 years, Duda Plumbing, where they do the plumbing.
At Gothenburg Health, we understand that women's health is personal. That's why our clinic and specialty clinic offers comprehensive family practice, obstetric services, and an OBGYN specialist to support you in every stage of a woman's life. From routine exams and prenatal care to specialized treatments, our experienced providers and specialists are here to guide and care for you with the sensitivity you deserve. Schedule your appointment today and experience the difference. Gothenburg Health Clinic and Specialty Clinic, helping people live their best lives.
Building something big or just tackling a do-it-yourself project, whatever your vision, they've got the supplies you need to make it happen at Ansley Lumber and Supply. From lumber to paint, tools to hardware, Ansley Lumber and Supply has it all. With top quality products at unbeatable prices. And with their friendly expert staff, you'll get the advice you need to get your job done right. Visit them today in downtown Ansley at Ansley Lumber and Supply. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open Saturday, 8 until noon.
Rise and shine.
All right. The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Good to have you with us as we roll through the breakfast show on this Monday morning. We'll let you know that this is World Chocolate Day. It is believed that today is the anniversary of when chocolate was brought to Europe in the year 1550. It was far from a Mars bar back then, though. They crushed chocolate beans and brewed them like coffee. It was super bitter, but it was the Middle Ages, and that was considered a treat. It would be a few centuries before we figured out how to add sugar and get really hyper from it. So there you go, World Chocolate Day today, and we turn to Jack Simpson and ask him what his favorite chocolate candy bar is.
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I'd go with a Snickers chocolate bar.
Snickers, yeah, that probably would be a lot of people's choice. I would probably be there with you. Yeah, when I go to a ball game and need a pick-me-up, it's just easy to say, give me a Snickers.
Yep.
There you go. All right, so World Chocolate Day today. Coming up later in the show, we're going to start kind of filling you in on a lot of things going on for Crazy Days this week. A lot of area businesses will be participating, a lot of specials that you'll be able to take advantage of later in the week, and we'll kind of be giving you a little information on that as we go through the course of the show today. Also, don't forget, coming up at the end of the show, we will give you that code word, which you need to listen for to get entered into the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway, which is underway, presented by Trotters Woe and Go. Opportunity to win a $1,000, a $500, or a $50 gas card prize. All you have to do is listen for the code word. We'll play it for you at the end of the show today, and then we'll repeat it at 3:30 on both KCNI and KBBN this afternoon. When you get the code word, you go to the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com, enter the code word, and get registered to win. Also, be watching for us as we go through parades and be at area events through the remainder of the summer. We'll be giving you an opportunity to get some additional registrations into the prize giveaway during those times as well. It's all happening through the month of July, so be listening for the code word. We'll play it for you at the end of the show and give you a chance to get registered to win in the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel giveaway, which is underway, presented by Trotters Woe and Go. along as we welcome in some more guests to the studio. Well, hi, ladies. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Good.
Good morning.
Great to see you both. Custer County Economic Development is here. And so what have you been developing?
Oh, boy. Well, that's a broad question.
I'm sorry. Okay, when
I said we're recovering from the weekend.
I was going to say, this is the story behind that question, all right? I'm giving them a hard time because off the air, they came in and said, hey, lob us some softballs here this morning as far as questions are concerned because we're recovering from the long weekend.
I might as well have said, throw us under the bus, please, Brent, this morning. That's what we're looking for.
I'm sorry, Scotty. I just couldn't resist. I'm like, I'll throw this one out there and see how they respond to it. First off, let's just talk about the weekend. I mean, you guys had a good time, I assume. I'm guessing it was maybe busy, which I'm sure it was for several over the holiday weekend, but I hope you had a good 4th of July.
Yes, and good rain, so we could light off all the fireworks we wanted to and not worry about any fires. And yeah, my kid's getting old enough that she's kind of enjoying it and taking it all in. I don't know, how did Cadence like it?
Well, honestly, we have a couple dogs that don't like the fireworks, we just count down the days until there's none.
Yeah,
and Broken Bow sounds like World War II.
It was crazy. On the 4th of July, like, our streets, it looked like a war zone. Like, there's just smoke rolling in the streets. So that's about the extent of the fireworks. I hear them. I don't see a lot, I guess, because we just hide from them with the dog.
We were in Arnold over the weekend with family for the 4th. Didn't get back into town until it was after 11. And I start driving into town. We start going to the house. There's like a haze. Yeah. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, I think it's just smoke from the fireworks.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Just kind of sad. Well, speaking of streets, did you pick up on that segue?
Yes. Nice.
We've got, we're wrapping things up with the completion up at Eagle Crest.
Okay.
So, working with the attorneys in the city and CEDC's attorneys and getting kind of some of the paperwork and stuff done on the back end and finalizing things for the TIF bond. And hopefully we'll be closing on the sale of our first lot soon. So that's exciting.
That's great. I don't know if you heard Dave and I went out and did a road report the other day on the breakfast show. It was perhaps the longest traffic and road report in the history of radio, but we drove up around that area and we just commented how it's coming together and it really looks nice, and now that you have some of the road work done up there, you can really see how it's going to lay out.
Right.
And it's really neat to see how that whole area has developed over the years.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. It's once you get streets poured, it starts really looking like a neighborhood, and I'm hoping to see some basements dug and poured this fall and possibly even a house moved in. So that'll kick things off. As far as housing goes, we're still waiting to hear back. We turned in a $750,000 grant application to the State Department of Economic Development, hoping to build some homes in some of our outlying bedroom communities like Callaway, Arnold, Myrna, and Sargent. So that's kind of a waiting game now. It's like a hurry up and wait process with those grants. But
about the grant process, and I know we've kind of talked about this before, but it just, I think it's easy to overlook when you apply for grants, the competition that is out there. You guys know what that's all about, but I don't know if the rest of us necessarily understand it. It's not, when a grant comes available, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, but you're not just one of two communities trying to, get money from that grant, right, Scotty? I mean, talk a little bit about the competition that is out there when you go after some of these grants.
Well, and, with the State Department of Economic Development, we're not only competing against Greater Nebraska, but we're competing against projects in Lincoln and Omaha and some of these larger towns, Grand Island, Kearney. And so they're asking for a lot of dollars, and the state has to look at who, how many people are going to benefit from these dollars. So, they have to weigh the pros and cons of, how many homes are you going to build with this money? And the fact of the matter is it's difficult to raise as much matching funds in rural Nebraska as it is in some of these bigger towns where there's more money and there's more going on. That coupled with the fact that I wrote this grant pretty aggressively to make the housing affordable. I wasn't going to build $350,000 homes and then have them sit on the market for 2 years. So, I wrote it with a $100,000 affordability credit, which is a second position lien against the home so that it's not included in their mortgage payment. And, I wrote it with $70,000 down payment assistance, which is forgivable over 10 years. And both of those things are a pretty bold ask. So, but I wasn't going to, $1 million isn't going to get us anywhere if you can't sell these homes affordably.
Yeah, right. What have you guys learned about the grant writing process over the years?
It's definitely never a guarantee,
Never a guarantee.
Especially, right now, it seems there's fewer grants than there always used to be available. But Scotty, she's done
and
more
more
with
demand
it than me.
for grants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, once everyone learns about them, people, they're very well sought after. So,
Mackenzie has probably more success in receiving grants than I have.
I'm 1 for 1, I guess. Well, half 1 for 2 anyway.
Yeah,
so
she worked.
I'd say that's a good percentage, though.
Yeah.
She worked a lot with some local businesses to apply to the small business, the Grow Nebraska small business grants, and was able to get one for the bowling alley. So that was exciting. They were a lot of work.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as free money. That's the thing.
See, that you just segged me right into my next topic. We hear the word, or some of us anyway. I know I was in this ballpark until I started to visit with you guys more about the grant process. I used to hear the word grant, and I'm like, oh, well, boy, aren't they free money? They're not free. I mean, there's payback, with these grants. They do help, but, there's still that give back part of it, right?
Well, obviously a lot of work on the front end, but then on the back end, once you get it, well, then you have to submit receipts that you've done the work that you said you wanted to use it for in a certain timeline, so... Yeah, there's always some strings attached. Still very grateful for them, but
I was going to say they still help immensely,
absolutely.
though, don't they?
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. But they're not free. There's always strings attached. But.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that whether it's a business, whether it's an individual in regards to the housing and everything, I'm guessing that you guys get a lot of questions regarding the grants, though, at your office. Am I right in that?
100%. I think we get at least 3 calls a week about grants, whether it's business related or housing related. And we get more calls than you would think about people moving to the area looking for housing. And, obviously CEDC doesn't build and sell homes ourselves, but we are a good place to start, as far as getting worked into the network of people who do have housing available. And that's the nice thing about the way CEDC is structured is our board of directors is all the people, right? If you're a member of CEDC, an A member, you're on our board of directors. And so, we've got contacts with the rental, realm of things and people who are selling homes, people who are developing homes, and that really helps us have a hand on the pulse of what's going on in the communities in Custer County.
Yeah.
So,
I know throughout this summer we've been attending a lot of the summer festivals that area communities put on, and I was thinking about this the other day because I knew you guys were coming in here today. I think it's easy to look at those area festivals and not think that they're related to economic development, but they really are when you stop and think about it, because these communities are using that time to showcase their community, and that really is a part of economic development, isn't it?
It really is, and placemaking is, it's one of the biggest arms of bringing somebody. They've got to have a house, they've got to have childcare, but then they have to ingrain themselves into the community and find their niche, find their their people. And, you and I are both transplants to the area. So Mackenzie and I, we had to find our people. And that's one thing that I really feel like Custer County is good at, is making people feel welcome. You find your people, and there's kind of something for everybody.
Well, we've talked to people who are transplants like yourself, and we talked to people who came here. They got involved with the One Box hunt, and next thing you know, they're like leading it,
right?
You know, and that's exactly what you're talking about, getting involved, and that really is part of development. So,
yeah, I'm on the 6 Regions, 1 Nebraska initiative, which is an initiative between the Nebraska Chamber and Governor Pillen, and that's a huge part of the discussion in rural Nebraska. The farther west you go, you do kind of find the natives being like, we don't want your kind here a little bit. People trying to change that narrative a little bit of, let's welcome new people. We need new people. Let's get excited when somebody moves to town and wants to work and raise a family and go to our schools and pay taxes, because that's what saves your community. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if these have been softball questions or not, but what were there things that you guys wanted to address and visit about here today?
I think the biggest one I want to push out is we've got our website up and going.
Okay.
So trying to, steer people towards that. I want you to navigate through and check out all of the things that we're offering on our new website. It's custercountynE.org. So,
okay.
And find us on Facebook. We've got, great social media information that we're sharing. And yeah, I'm excited to have our website up and going. That's been a project that's been in the works for a while. So I think it turned out really well.
Yeah. And we maybe don't do this enough, but if you're a business out there that you're not a member of Custer County Economic Development, but you're interested in it, you want to find out more about it, you're always willing to have those conversations, aren't you?
Yes. Thank you for that softball.
You're welcome.
We are always looking for new membership, and there's people out there that are passionate about what they feel like their community should look like. And that's the great thing about the way CEDC is structured is if you want to be involved, you want to be on our board of directors, you can be, just join and come to our meetings and get involved. So.
All right.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, well said. Is this meeting day? I lose track of when your meetings are.
No, we're the third Monday, so this is the first Monday.
Okay,
Yep.
All right. Well, always great to visit with you. Anything else that you wanted to visit about or address here this morning?
You will get to see Mackenzie and I's beautiful faces out at the Red Barn a little bit. We're filling in some of the volunteer shifts. Probably Mackenzie more than myself.
But that's good.
So, we're filling in so that Rick doesn't have to spend his entire summer out there because he spends enough time out there.
He does. Well, it's great to have that visitor center right out there on the edge of town as people come in. And listen, since you brought it up, if anyone out there is interested in volunteering at the Red Barn, get in touch with Rick or somebody associated with the barn, and I'm sure that they'll find a shift for you. But I think we would all be surprised how many from outside the area, outside the state, at times outside the country, end up stopping in at the barn.
Yeah.
So
it is really cool. Like when people come in, like I want to know, where are you from, where are you going, and then they do ask, what is there to do in Broken Bow, and it's kind of something like we live here, so we don't always take advantage of the vacation things that Custer County has to offer. So when you stop to think about it, it's like, wow, like you can rattle off all the rivers to go to and all the wildlife, like it really is. There's a lot to do in Custer County. Even my sister, and this is outside of Custer County, but just Broken Bow and being central, but she's like, wow, you have all these lakes and rivers. We went down to Johnson Lake for a couple hours on Saturday, or we went to Halsey or Pressy, like it really is. We just have a lot of places that are just a short drive away that we can go to. It really is cool. So, and again, we don't always think about it. We just, kind of take it for granted. So,
an hour from everything. That's what I always say.
Really
Broken Bow is about an hour from really anything you can want to do.
It's well said. Yeah, when you think about it, it kind of is. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, ladies, thank you very much for coming in today. We appreciate the visit, and we'll talk to you next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Custer County Economic Development, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. A Christian girls' camp confirms 27 campers and counselors are among the more than 80 people who died in catastrophic flooding in central Texas. Julia Hatfield watched another child slip away in Kerr County.
The hardest part was there was a little boy who started floating downstream, and he was screaming, asking for help, but there just wasn't anything anybody could do at that point.
Dozens remain missing. President Trump meets with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House in hopes of a Gaza ceasefire deal. The Carnegie Endowment's Aaron David Miller.
There's a better chance than ever now, since early this year, to actually reach another incremental interim deal.
Some campers in Idaho report seeing a man matching the description of a fugitive accused of killing his 3 young daughters. CBS's Steve Cathan.
One report said the family described the man as being 5'8" to 5'10", long ponytail and overgrown beard and mustache.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Steve DeSager.
The Chicago Cubs shut out the Cardinals Sunday night, 11-0. All-star pitcher Matthew Boyd, now 9-3, got the win. Seiya Suzuki, not selected as an all-star reserve, hit his 25th homer. Yes, 77 RBIs, which leads the major leagues. Aaron Judge hit his 33rd homer. Yankees won 6-4 at the Mets. Judge with 74 runs batted in. The Nationals fired manager Dave Martinez and GM Mike Rizzo. Washington lost at home 6-4 to Boston. Philadelphia beat Cincinnati 3-1. Zach Wheeler the win and a complete game one-hitter with no walks and 12 strikeouts. Toronto won its 8th straight game 3-2 over the Angels. Houston beat the Dodgers in LA again 5-1. San Diego 4-1 winners against the Rangers, and the Giants won the late game at the A's 6-2. U.S. men's soccer lost the Gold Cup final 2-1 to Mexico. NASCAR victory in the Chicago street race for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Slight chance of thunderstorms today, otherwise sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Highs level off around 83. Winds out of the south, 8 to 15 miles per hour. Overcast tonight, chance of severe thunderstorms. Lows dip down to about 60. Bright sunshine tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 83. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Gateway Motors, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Head to East Highway 2 in Broken Bow to visit with their friendly staff, schedule service with their experienced service department, or swing in for quick lube service. Visit GatewayMotorsBrokenBow.com.
4 minutes past the hour of 9. Brent and Jack with you here in the studio on this Monday, and Jack has looked at what the current conditions are.
I sure did. 73 degrees outside. I kind of stepped outside. It's getting a little bit cloudy out there. Calm winds out of the southwest. Barometric pressure 3010. Humidity at 92%. Only a trace of rain in the last 24 hours. Precipitation for this month at 1 inch and 31 hundredths. High yesterday of 77. Overnight low of 61. Sunrise today was at 6:12 and sunset today 9:14.
All right, thanks, Jack. We are saluting Small Town USA on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Christy, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
I know you had a big weekend because you were involved with Heritage Days in Myrna. Everything go good?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it was a beautiful morning. It was better than last year because last year we had to fight the rain and stuff. So luckily we were on the Saturday and not Friday because I don't know. I think the morning would have been okay for parades. I haven't talked to Jeremy how Sumner's was, but Comstock was it okay for the...
Ran out of candy right at the end, but no rain or anything, so it was a good
we
parade.
rationed our candy good too. I had Haley and her boyfriend in the back seat. I was like, okay, we have 2 buckets. This is all the candy we got. So ration them. Well, then I had scared him. I'm like, no, you can throw more.
That's funny you say that because I took 2 of my granddaughters with me. And we had that same discussion, like, okay, no, we just have the 1 bucket of candy, so we got to be careful at the beginning. And then I'm like, oh, it's okay. You can throw more than a couple of pieces, you know.
It's hard to
shouldn't have scared them
you,
that way.
I know.
Yeah. Now, so I did not realize we were talking off the air. Jack went to Comstock to the parade. And we got a prize?
Yes.
What's going on here?
Third in business, and we got $15 in a ribbon, and I think it was just because of my striking good looks.
Oh.
No. I wasn't expecting anything. They came up to the car. They're like, here you go. I'm like, okay. So got $15 in third place.
Nice.
So, yep.
All right. So there were 3 there were 3 entries in the business category. Nice. Yep. Okay, but you brought the money back?
I did.
What a...
I know. It's impressive.
I got to be honest. I don't know if I'd have done that. I may have went and had a treat or something.
Well,
afterwards.
I was going to use it to clean Tina's car, but I was like, I don't know. So it's back there.
I took Tina's car to Ocano and I cleaned it up just a little bit, wiped the dust off of it, but it was in good shape.
Yeah, it was.
So what are we going to do with $15 then?
Well, I've just been thinking in my mind. I was just sitting here thinking, okay.
I got to...
You know what we can do?
Okay.
It would go a long ways with those dollar ice cream cones at Runza.
Yes.
Oh, boy, that
we could all get cones for 2 days.
Yeah, for sure.
I know.
Yeah. Well done, Chrissy. And because we got to get this started today because we're kind of short-staffed. We have a couple of people who are gone today.
Oh, perfect.
So let's make sure we get that way the money goes farther.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Hey, speaking of your money going farther, it's going to go farther this week in Broken Bow because Crazy Days get started on Thursday, and we have a lot of area businesses who are participating. And we have several what we call live reads here on The Breakfast Show to kind of let you know what's going on this week. So Christy's here, Jack's here, I'm here. We'll just kind of go back and forth and give you a little information about some of the things that will be taking place. Let's start off with 1023 Boutique. Thursday, they'll be open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., and here's what they'll be doing on Thursday. Buy 2, get the 3rd free, regular priced items of equal lesser value. So that's the big special at 1023 Boutique in Broken Bow on Thursday when they'll be open from 7 until 6. Now on Friday, they'll be open from 10 to 6. And on Friday, they will give you 20% off store-wide. Saturday, they'll be open 10 to 1. And it will be 15% off store-wide. And some of the other sales that are going on all 3 days at 1023 Boutique will include 40% off sandals and select merchandise at 75% off. So make sure you swing in to 1023 Boutique Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to take advantage of their Crazy Days specials.
All right, here's for Ollie's Coffee and Boutique. They're ready for Crazy Days with fun sales inside and out. So inside, you can draw a sucker for 10 to 40% off. The Ollie's Burger is back, so grab a $4 burger and buy 3 drinks and get the 4th free. That'll be all this Thursday through Saturday at Ollie's Coffee and Boutique at 933 South East Street here in Broken Bow. They're open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right, at Geared for Sport, you can get select Brooks shoes as low as $50, 25% off all apparel, 20% off all equipment store-wide, just excluding the GCI chairs. They'll have $10 and $15 tables, up to 50% off football cleats, and 20% off volleyball, basketball, and wrestling shoes. They are going to be open Thursday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 4, and Sunday, noon to 4, with those specials going on every day.
All right, listen, you can't have crazy days unless Chapin's Interiors and Square One Boutique is involved. Chapin's is joining the fun this week with crazy specials. You'll find great deals on bargain tables as well as 49% off all recliners at Chapin's. Has been in the furniture business for 49 years now, so therefore the 49% off. Anything that hangs on the wall, 25% off. In Square One Boutique, Lola is making fashions and accessories, taking them down 25%. So enjoy these special savings Thursday through Saturday, opening at 9 each day. Those are some of the crazy day specials you'll find at Chapin's Interiors and Square One Boutique.
For the grocery cart, crazy deal sales run through Thursday, July 10th through Sunday, July 13th. You won't want to miss these deals. They got Arctic Glacier 16-pound bagged ice for $3 each, Kingsford Original 16 bagged charcoal for $10.98 each, Coca-Cola varieties, a 24-pack of 12-ounce cans, that is for $11.98 each, and Pepsi 6-pack half-liter bottle soft drinks for $2.99 each. The grocery cart is your stop for all your summer favorites.
All right, crazy deals are at Lily Kate Boutique in Broken Bow as well. Don't miss out. Thursday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. The sales are happening all day. So from 7 to 8 a.m., you'll get 40% off summer fashions. 8 to 10 a.m., you get 35% off. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is 30% off. Then Friday and Saturday from 10 until 6, 30% off savings continue. All day Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Check out the awesome sidewalk sales and save up to 75% off. North side of the square, Lily Kate Boutique in Broken Bow.
All right, thanks, guys. We're not done yet.
No, we're not.
We still have more businesses to tell you about as far as Crazy Days is concerned. So stay tuned. More information coming your way as we roll through a Monday morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Hey, we're talking about big sales in a small town. Crazy Days is coming up this week in Broken Bow. Now, before we get back to some more information regarding that, I got scolded when we were off the air. I mentioned earlier it's Rock and Roll Day today.
Yeah.
And I really haven't played a lot of rock and roll. And Christy is over here just like, what are you doing, Appers? And this is awful.
You have control of the
I was expecting rock and roll today.
Disappointed. Like some Def Leppard, maybe? Can we do that next?
Def Leppard, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, my goodness. I was thinking Billy Joel, it's still rock and roll to me.
There you
That's
go.
what was.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, Christy's.
But we got plenty of time. Just get to play that rock and roll.
Okay. So glad I asked you to come in and help us.
I know, me too.
What do you want to hear? Def Leppard?
Yeah.
All right.
What's my choices?
Rocket, Hysteria.
Yeah, I think I like this. Let's do Hysteria.
Hysteria?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll play that later.
Okay.
Just for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Hey, before we get back to the Crazy Days live reads, our friend Doug Christen is going to be at the Market and Mill in Anselmo tomorrow from 9 to 5 to work on clocks. Not many people do this anymore.
Nope.
So Doug will be there at the Market and Mill from 9 to 5 to work on your clocks if you need him to do that. He's been there before and stops in occasionally to kind of do that. So Doug will be there tomorrow at the Market and Mill in Anselmo. As we go back to Crazy Days, go and see Courtney on the east side of the square in Broken Bow for Crazy Days. She is excited to be in on the fun again this year. A table full of half-off savings. Other retail items are buy one, get one 50% off. Good while supplies last, so don't wait. Make sure you get in there early and take advantage of these sales. They'll be open Thursday and Friday from 9 until 5 for Crazy Days at Clips and Curls in Broken Bow.
The Mid-Plains Community College raffle car will once again be at Crazy Days. This Thursday, stop by and purchase a raffle ticket for the beautiful 1972 GMC C10 pickup. Your money purchase will be supporting the automotive technology and auto body technology programs. If you can't stop by in person, raffle tickets can be purchased at all campus locations or online. The CDL simulator will also be on hand, so you can get the real feel of a truck driver. Stop by and check it out on the square this Thursday.
Okay, you can catch the Secret Garden food trailer. First of all, you can catch them tomorrow at the old McDonald's location, but then they will be downtown, a Market on the Square on Thursday as well. Kelly will have her food trailer plus some fun new features, a Style Your Own Succulent Station, and a produce trailer loaded with fresh, locally grown seasonal produce. Don't miss this Friday and Saturday at her store. Head out to the store just outside of Myrna to help Kelly celebrate her birthday with a surprise 50% off special selection of her choice. Follow along to see what next week's 50% off deal will be. And so that is the Secret Garden. That Style Your Own Succulent Station is really fun. They did it at Myrna.
Yeah.
She's got some charms, and you pick a succulent, and it comes with some charms, like little plastic charms. Like the kids loved it. And they decorate it, and she glues them on for them. So
very nice.
Yeah, fun little thing she's doing.
And she's celebrating her birthday?
Yeah. It's, 50% off special. So it's 50-something. So I don't know exactly the...
Okay. I was going to let you handle that.
I will.
Because you know Kelly extremely well. I'm like, if Kelly has a problem with us talking about her birthday and 50% off and all of that, Christy can deal with that. There you go. Happy birthday, though, Kelly. Great to have Secret Garden part of Crazy Days. Hey, when you're needing a lunch break Thursday and Friday from all the craziness, stop by Tumbleweed Cafe from noon to 1, and Carmen will let you draw for a discount off your meal. There you go. Also, Thursday and Friday evening at Cracker Jack Sports Bar and Grill, buy one drink and get one drink half off. Cracker Jack's opens at 5 o'clock each night as we look ahead to Crazy Days this week.
All right, Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio. They might not be on the square, but Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio has specials worth your crazy days times. Candles, decor, baby gifts, and inspirational gifts. Thursday and Friday, they'll have progressive sales from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., 40% off, 9 a.m. to noon, 30% off, and from noon to closing, 20% off. And Saturday, save 20% off from 9 until noon.
At Varney Pharmacy, Thursday, you can take advantage of the crazy deals. Shop markdowns on gifts, toys, and decor. From 8:30 to 9:30, save 40% off. From 9:30 to 10:30, 35% off. 10:30 until 11:30 will be 30% off. And then 11:30 until 5:30, you can save 25% off toys, gifts, and decor. The earlier you shop, the more you save. Also, Montana Silversmith will be 20% off all day, and so is the gourmet popcorn. They will also have discount tables out as well on these one-day deals Thursday at Varney Pharmacy.
All right. Did we touch on everything? I think we got all the live reads in, right? Do we have one more?
I have one more.
Okay, one more.
When you're out crazy shopping, cool off with a sweet treat from DQ. Check out their new seasonal blizzards like the Superman cake batter cookie dough, mixing bowl mashup, or dipped strawberry cheesecake. Or stick with a classic, cones dipped or crunch style, parfaits, sundaes, even a banana split. And don't miss their lunch menu, including the all-new sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. DQ, where happy tastes good.
I mentioned a couple of my granddaughters went with me to Ocano to throw candy out at the parade. And I just thought they were coming along to spend time with Pappy, is kind of what they call me. But I realized they were coming because they felt that they would get a reward for doing so. So, yeah, Dairy Queen was a reward. They got, of course, they always, you always want, when you're a kid, you always want a large something. You know what I mean? And so they got the dipped cone.
Oh, my.
Those things are huge.
Yeah, they are.
Good grief. So anyway, there you go. Check out Dairy Queen and all of the businesses who are participating in Crazy Days coming up later this week. All right. Thank you guys very much for your help. This is going to work out perfectly, Christy. This song that you have requested kind of take us to the end of the show, and then we'll play the code word.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. All right. Here we go. It's rock and roll day. Food, ice cream, beer, or ice, Trotter's One Go is proud to be your local solution. With locations in Broken Bow, Myrna, Sargent, and beyond. When you're looking for a stop, you're never far away from a Trotter's. Stick around and get entered to win $1,000, $500, or $50 in Trotter's cards, good at any Trotter's location across the region.
When you're shopping for your home, shop somewhere that feels like home. Bow Family Furniture and Flooring. For nearly 4 decades, they've been helping families find the perfect item for their homes. Furniture, mattresses, window treatments, flooring, and more at Bow Family. Shop flooring and a budget line of furniture at 305 South 9th or head to East Highway 2 in Broken Bow, where all the furniture is found. Bow Family Furniture and Flooring, proud sponsors of Gas Up the Good Life.
Can you believe it? We're already on our way further into July. As good of a time as any to save at the grocery cart. Prairie Fresh Natural Lean and Tender Pork Cutlets are $2.68 a pound. Or get Heart Chicken Entrees at $5.98. Devour Frozen Entrees are 2 for $6. And save on Kraft or Cracker Barrel string cheeses. They're 2 for $7. Bags of Little Potato Company potatoes are delicious, just 2 for $6. Snag up bottles of Chick-fil-A sauce, 2 for $7. Happy July from the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Summer is in full swing, and RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow has what you need to make it great. Whether it's for your backyard relaxation or for tackling that project, shop with RTA's Hardware. Right now, buy a Milwaukee M18 Fuel Brushless Hammer Drill Driver Kit or an Impact Driver Kit and get a $169 red lithium battery for free. One of several Milwaukee deals happening now at RTA's Hardware in Broken Bow.
At Gateway Motors, they'll go to the ends of the earth, literally, to find the perfect vehicle for you. They take every detail you share, from color to trim to the smallest feature, and search high and low until they discover exactly what fits your needs and style. When you work with Gateway Motors, you can trust they'll stop at nothing to make sure the car, truck, or SUV you want ends up in your garage. From North Dakota to Texas, California to Maine, where will the perfect vehicle you're searching come from? Go find out at Gateway Motors in Broken Bow. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics remind you that right now is the time to schedule your back-to-school physicals. The sooner, the better. Don't forget about their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464. Their specialty clinics are also a great service, including cardiology, oncology, general surgery, podiatry, orthopedics, and wound care. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics, committed to providing local access to high-quality care by continuing to invest in the latest diagnostic and treatment technology. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics.
Vermeer has been innovating and equipping farmers with their innovations since their first wagon hoist to their pioneering round baler, helping farmers and ranchers get their work done quickly and efficiently. With comprehensive service and support, Power Solutions of Broken Bow is proud to be your local Vermeer dealer. Give them a call at 308-872-5522 or stop out and see them 2 miles east of Broken Bow on Highway 2.
At Chapin's Interiors on the south side of the square in Broken Bow, you'll find a full-service kitchen and bath design department ready to make your dreams a reality. From floor to ceiling, Chapin's handles cabinets, countertops, backsplash tile, and more. Our design service includes personalized consultations, detailed drawings, and even a rendering so you can see the finished project before it begins. Trust Chapin's Interiors to create a stunning, functional space you'll love.
Palmer Monument. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs. With a wide offering of monuments and markers that come in many colors, shapes, and sizes, designs can vary from traditional to very unique. They pride themselves on their top quality materials and the highest craftsmanship. Designed with pride, sold with integrity. Serving Nebraska with several locations.
At A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, they're proud to offer an industry-leading 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty on non-wear items. It's their message to you that your vehicle is covered for the long haul and that you made the right choice when you left your ride in their hands. A1 Auto stands behind the quality of their work for reliable, long-term solutions to keep your vehicle running smoothly and efficiently, backed up by a great warranty. Talk to A1 Auto Repair in Arnold on East 7th Avenue.
It's the Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway.
your chance at almost $2,000 in fuel cards to Trotter's Woe and Go. Here's today's code word.
Another week underway, another opportunity to get entered for $1,000, $500, or $50 in gas card prizes to Trotter's locations across all of central Nebraska. So here we go. Your code word today is unleaded. Type of gas you might be putting in the vehicle that you have if you win this prize. Unleaded is the key word today. No spaces in that, all one word. So head to the contest page of sandhillsexpress.com and get yourself entered, whether it's the first or 50th time doing so.
To get more entries, keep listening for more code words or look for them on our car in parades or at your local event. The Gas Up the Good Life Fuel Giveaway. Brought to you in part by...
Thank you to Nebraska State Bank, Dairy Queen in Broken Bow, and BD for partnering with us for Gas Up the Good Life to make these prizes possible. Keep entering and good luck. Now, back to regular programming.
All right, there you go. That is today's code word. Take it and go to sandhillsexpress.com and get registered to win. That's going to wrap it up for the breakfast show today. Before we go, just one more reminder. Later tonight, we'll be in Palmer, Nebraska to bring you Broken Bow American Legion Seniors Baseball as Broken Bow takes on Palmer Wallback Greeley, PWG, for the Mid-Nebraska League American Legion Seniors Baseball Championship. We'll have it for you tonight on KBBN, 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Game time is scheduled for 7 o'clock this evening. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and we'll visit with you again tomorrow.